Hello guys. So I'm just about to begin a further PCA thing that could come up in your RHS exam. You will be given a 2 metre by 2 metre square plot, and you could be asked to either fork it over, prepare a seed bed and sow seed upon it, grass seed, or you may be asked to fork it over, prepare it for planting and apply a base dressing of fertiliser over it. The technique is the same for both. Basically, we're going to shallow fork or flick over with the spade the area. We're then going to walk the area just to break down any large clods that have arisen from that. And then the final process will be to strike the rake over it, weigh out the correct quantity of fertiliser or seed, and then apply the fertiliser or seed. So I'm going to take those processes one step at a time. Unfortunately, we do share our campus with sports students, so you will be hearing footballs being kicked around behind me, so try not to let that put you off too much. Okay. So the first process on your 2x2 plot will be to lightly fork the area over. They won't be expecting you to single dig or anything like that in a 30 minute assessment, so you just need to lightly fork or lightly dig the area. So it is basically, it's this kind of process here we're doing. Try and work your way backwards so you're not walking over the area that you've just prepared. And try and work to the extremities of the 2 metre by 2 metre plot that they've given you. So keeping the edges, making sure you work all the way up to the edges. Once you've done that, the next process really is to just lightly walk the area and consolidate it and break up any small clods with your feet. And I'm just kicking the odd high spot into low spots as I'm doing that, just to kind of basically get me something like a level area. This consolidation process stops water from running straight through to the sublayer, so it enables the soil to keep it where we need it, where the plants are actively growing, but it also lets us get our size 10s on any clods of soil and just break up the larger clods. Having trod the area, the next process is to use a rake and just lightly stroke the rake across the area, again moving high pockets into low pockets, and if you get any stones you might just pick the odd stone off and put them in your wheelbarrow. If you get a really low spot, you can put some of the larger clods into there and then tread them. Just tread them. And then just rake a nice bit of finer till over the top of there again. But you're basically getting down with the rake and checking out all the levels and making the ground as level and as lump free and stone free as you can get it. Don't forget to always put your rake somewhere safe when you're not using it. You will lose points for safety if you leave your rake lying around. Now, depending on what your exam is, you might be asked to put fertiliser on the area, or you might be asked to put seed on the area. The process is the same. You'll be given a density of application. In this case, I'm going to use 35 grams per metre. I've got a 4 metre plot. 35 twice is 70. 35 4 times is 270s is 140, so I've got 140 grams that I will be needing to put on of either grass seed or fertiliser, depending on what it says in the exam. I have pre-prepared 140 grams of sand, which is pretending to be either grass seed or fertiliser for the purpose of this, which I've weighed out on some scales accurately and got 140 grams of product into a cup or a beaker. The Citizen Guild examiner will like you to put half on in one direction and then half on perpendicular to it at right angles to it in the other direction in order to get an even distribution over the area. So I'm going to do it with that method now, just to show you what I'm expecting for you. And then if you've got a little bit left, any pockets where you're a little bit shy, just put them on there, and you've pretty much got the correct distribution there, you're sure of that. That could have been seed or fertiliser, but as I said, half empty the cup, going one way across the plot, turn around and put the remainder on the other. It might be an idea then just to lightly rake the area again. Just working that into the top centimetre or so of the ground, preventing the pigeons coming and fetching your seed, or just incorporating that little bit of fertiliser, if it was fertiliser that you were doing, into the area. Just lightly raking the surface. And that effectively is preparing and sowing grass seed, or preparing and applying base dressing to an area. Thank you.